Hello, Gemini. How are you doing, my beautiful souls? This is going to be your reading for June. So, just a heads up, I have an official schedule now, so I can get these out on time. It's just I need to do that because I appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here, and I need to show you so by posting these on a regular interim, I guess you could say. So we came up with a schedule which will be down below, so pay attention to that. Okay, that's the new schedule now until forever, until I say something different, which I don't feel like I am. But so here is your reading. So Spirit, what do you have for Gemini for the month of June? Gemini, month of June. Gemini, month of June. So I'm getting a couple different messages. Gemini, some of you may have a choice, okay, that you need to make between two people, okay? And I feel like you're trying to listen to all of your options and maybe other people's opinions. I feel like you're trying to put things together to figure out how to move forward on that decision in June. For others of you, you're going through some sort of evolution in your personality or how you feel about a particular situation. Like, very forceful at first to get your point across. And then realizing that's not working and trying a different type of way to get things out into the open. And you're trying to see how that's going to be perceived before you move forward. There is a sense of control here. With door to value, you may have an opportunity to get a new job. Get a raise. Strengthen the commitment in a relationship. Showing someone how much you care. It's like you're going to have some sort of realization about the direction that you're taking. We're going to have to pull the cards on this one. Because this feels more like an evolution to me. So it's hard to pin it down specifically what it is, because it feels just like an evolution or of you or of someone that you know. Yeah. With flirt, whatever is happening in your love life, you're taking a more light approach and not being so serious. Okay? Like that's going to be helpful in your relationship. Yeah. It's about letting go of control, letting go of a particular situation. That's why I said it's like an evolution of you or another person. Kind of realizing that you can't control a situation. You have to let it play out. You have to let a situation play out, see what happens. Don't try to put too much control in the situation. So they want you to let go of control. Become more lighter and not as pushy. Excuse me. Bottom of the deck, you have the Seven of Wands in reverse and the World card here. So I do that because these are 2 extra cards. So we're going to talk about those regardless. But overall energy, you have a fear that what you're trying to get a point across, or what you're trying to get across is not going to be perceived or rejected. Right? It's kind of like you're tired of something and you're ready to move on. Like you're ready to finalize whatever an issue is, or something that you've been through, or like initiate a new beginning for yourself, that you want it to be effective. And that's why you have all of this power behind it, because you just want it to be a thing. So you're trying to make sure that it is a thing, okay? But what's interesting about these 2 cards that fell out here, the 9 of Cups and the 2 of Wands in reverse, is that you've made this decision solely based on how you feel, okay? And what you think is right. Like it's based on your passions and your drive about things not working. But it's kind of like you need to talk to the other person about it, or see the other person's side as well, to maintain a sense of balance in the situation. It's interesting that that's what I'm getting from these cards. But anyway, because there's a lot of focus on yourself, especially with the 9 of Pentacles. Your own stability, your own happiness, what it is that you want for the future. It's everything that's like about you for right now. And that's your focus. It's like that's your main focus. That's what you want. You know, not to say I don't really care what anybody else thinks, but it's like I know what's best for the collective. So this is what we should be doing, and I'm not really bending to anything different than that. And that's causing arguments or disputes against what it is that you're trying to create. But you have the best intentions because you want to move forward. That's your focus, is a better future. A future fueled with the passion that you want to show your partner or your career or your dreams, you know? So it's positive intentions. It's just not being received very well. Okay? So it's like you need to see it from a different perspective, or your partner's perspective, or what your partner is saying. It's interesting because the hangman isn't here, but I feel like it's more about perspective, or like flipping the coin, seeing it from the other side. Because the direction that you're going in right here is just full of drama, and it's full of you not being immovable, right? And I feel like that's something that your partner is trying to get across to you, the need for more flexibility, the need to listen, the need to understand what they're saying. So whatever's happening, it's causing the disruption that you're feeling. Okay? Yeah, whatever idea is trying to get across, it's like there's a problem with communication, because there's a problem with someone accepting the change that you want to bring, or the change that's happening. And it's hindering you from moving forward. But what's happening is you're walking into more defeat, more arguments, more conflict. What you need to understand is your partner is not going to let go of how they feel. There's no amount of discussion that you're going to have with them, okay, that's going to change who they are and what they think. They have solely made this decision. They're not trying to balance the situation out, okay? So because you're the one with the more clear thinking pattern, I guess you can say, you're the one that's going to have to streamline things, okay, for this situation or relationship. And it may not be you, it may be them as well, that just won't change. It kind of feels like both of you just need to come to some sort of agreement, honestly. Because it's turning something good into something bad. It's very clearly, I can feel that. And no one wants to let their point of view go, or how they think of it go. And it's just going a little bit too long, okay? So what Spirit is saying is, in order to protect a situation that you love, or that you want, or that you care about, you're going to have to kind of pull back the reins. I know that you're trying to show someone the right way because you care so much and you just want them to do better. But sometimes you have to let people do things on their own, okay? And it's also not self-care and stressful to you to be pushing so hard and have no one understand. That's even worse, because now you're in a hostile environment and the energy is just not right or conducive to love, you know? There's a lesson here that is going to be valuable in your relationship moving forward, or in your decision making moving forward, depending on what it is. So it's time to loosen up a little bit. And yeah, abundance is about letting go in this situation for you. Yeah, walk away from a situation to resolve it. Okay? So let's pull some cards, or clarifiers. We already pulled cards. Yeah. See, it's like both of you have already made this decision on how you feel about this situation. And that's what's really causing conflict here. You know? But I feel like this is what's interesting. I feel like it's been you in the past who's had a problem letting go of your opinions because you really feel like they're right. I mean, not that they're wrong, but you're like, this is the best way to go. How can you not see this? You know, and they just don't see it, and it's frustrating in a way. Yeah, this is your opportunity to make change. You know, this is happening so you can officially see. That's what's happening now, right? It's like changing your structure of mind and how you feel about how strongly you feel about your opinions versus your partner. You know what I mean? Like, are you so, how is your ego? Basically, is what that they're saying to me. Yeah, this is your chance to make a different kind of choice or a new judgment and decide how important is it for you to move forward and to build something cohesive with your partner, or is it more important for you to get your point across? 'Cause you can't have both. You can't have compromise and domination. Okay? Yeah, they feel like trouble is starting again, your partner. Right? Yeah. It's like just when things were getting really well, just when things were starting to open up, there's trouble again. So they may also be thinking of going to finding new love or walking away. I say finding new love because I feel like even if they, I did this, like, because even if they did, I feel like they would keep you around, but they would just find new love. I know that sounds really weird. I don't think they will fully let you go. Yeah, because it's like, the truth is that they love you. The truth is that they want to renew vows or whatever it is with you. A new type of love. But they see that there's trouble getting there. It's like every time we get okay, or every time things get okay, then there's an issue. And they want you to see the truth behind what that is. And I feel like it has something to do with you being very adamant. I'll say that word. Adamant about getting your point across and making them understand even when they don't understand. Yeah, that's what's affecting you all moving forward and working together, is the fact that someone really holds on to their opinions. And the thing is, the other person just wants to work with you to make it work, you know? But it causes so much of a conflict because the other person knows that they don't understand. Or their actions will show differently. And you're thinking that that whatever that issue was solved, and then it comes back up. Okay? So the key here is to move everything across. This is a burden that you're just going to have to accept and deal with and work your way through. Okay? You got to have a positive thought pattern about it in order to get it to move through, because I feel like you don't. Like, this is a blessing that this even came up so you can deal with it, but I don't feel like you see it that way. Yeah, this is an opportunity to learn and really hold on to this lesson, because it's something that's going to trickle into something better, you know? It's a really good lesson to have, and it's going to make you feel more confident. It's going to make your partner feel more confident in how much you care about them as well. Okay? They're also saying your boss. So if this is a career thing, your boss is going to have more confidence in you because you took the initiative. So this is the taming of, they said the taming of the shrew, but the taming of the ego, okay? Realizing that overindulging in what you think is right or what you feel is right sometimes is a little bit too excessive. okay? Because it's really just about your happiness and you're not considering the other side. And that's not a very progressive way of thinking. So balance is important. Realize when things are not in flow, okay? That's a power, that's a superpower that you have, okay? Is realizing when things are not balanced or things are not right. You do have a lot of power in you, and you're very clever about getting your point across. But there comes a time, there's a fine line of that being bullying, okay? So you have to find a balance in between there and think positively while you do it, because that hinders the growth of the relationship or whatever it is that you're trying to do. That intensity of ego, feeling like you're right or knowing that you're right, you know? Yeah, you want to, whatever this is, you truly want to hold on to it. And in order to do so, you gotta calm this unrest in this situation. Because what it looks like is when you don't let this go, or you keep holding on to whatever this underlying issue is, it seems like everything is good and then you're happy. And then it causes because you never really dealt with the issue or the feelings, it just causes another situation to arise. So this may not even be your first time dealing with whatever this is. Yeah, and that just affects the direction of the relationship. It's like you go right back into feeling negative about this, or your partner does, or your boss does, because the underlying situation just isn't resolved, or they feel it isn't resolved. Okay? So thank you so much for listening. I love you, and I will see you for the mid-months. If you need a private reading, I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Links in the description box below, or you can go right here. I'll be more than happy to help you. Bye-bye.